Imagine this. It's late at night, and you're staring at a stack of bills. Your heart's sinking as you wonder how you'll ever get ahead. Maybe you're a young dreamer, just starting out, scrolling through social media, watching influencers flaunt their wealth, and thinking, how do I even begin? Perhaps you're a doctor, lawyer, or dentist, working long hours, but your bank account doesn't reflect your hustle. Or you're an entrepreneur, pouring your soul into your business, yet your personal finances feel like a house of cards. I've been there feeling like no matter how hard I worked, financial freedom was just a pipe dream. But what if I told you that right now? There are 5 dividend stocks, hidden treasures, trading at their lowest prices in a year that could change your life. These aren't just stocks. They're your ticket to passive income, paying you month after month, like a landlord collecting rent, without the headaches. Over the next 20 minutes, I'm going to walk you through these 5 stocks, show you why they're a steal at their 52-week lows, and give you a roadmap to turn your financial stress into hope, stability, and growth. Stick with me, because this could be the moment you look back on as the day everything changed. Let's start by talking about why dividend stocks are so powerful, especially for people like you parents drowning in debt, young investors just starting out, professionals grinding daily, or entrepreneurs building empires. Dividend stocks are like planting a fruit tree in your backyard. You nurture it, give it time, and soon it's dropping apples year after year, no extra work required. These are companies that share their profits with you, sending you cash regularly, whether it's to pay off that credit card, save for your kids' college, or reinvest for exponential growth. And when these stocks hit their 52-week lows, it's like finding that fruit tree at a clearance sale. You're buying quality at a discount, locking in higher dividend yields, and setting yourself up for long-term wealth. Warren Buffett once said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Dividend stocks are that way your money works for you, building a foundation that grows stronger every year. So, let's dive into the 5 stocks that could transform your financial future, starting right now. First up is a company I call the steady giant, Procter Gamble, ticker PG, a consumer staples powerhouse trading at its 52-week low. This is the company behind everyday essentials like Tide detergent, Pampers, diapers, and Gillette razors, products people buy whether the economy's booming or busting. Right now, PG is offering a dividend yield of about 2.5%. That means for every $1,000 you invest, you're getting $25 a year in passive income, paid out quarterly like clockwork. For parents in debt, that's extra cash to chip away at those nagging balances, giving you breathing room. Young investors, this is your chance to start building a portfolio with a stock that's as close to bulletproof as it gets. Professionals like doctors or lawyers and entrepreneurs, this is your set it and forget it investment, reliable cash flow. While you focus on your career or business, picture PG as the dependable friend who always shows up, no matter what. Even in the 2008 crash, people kept buying toothpaste and toilet paper. I had a viewer, a single dad, who started with just $200 in PG. 5 years later, his dividends cover his son's soccer fees. That's the power of starting small and letting time work its magic. Next, let's talk about an energy powerhouse, ExxonMobil, ticker XOM, another stock at its 52-week low. Energy prices can be a roller coaster, but ExxonMobil is a titan with a dividend yield of around 3.8%. That's $38 a year for every $1,000 you invest. For parents, imagine that dividend check covering a month of groceries or a utility bill, easing the pressure. Young investors, reinvest those dividends to buy more shares and watch your wealth snowball over time. Professionals and entrepreneurs, this is a hedge against inflation. Energy is the backbone of the global economy, and ExxonMobil has been paying dividends for over 40 years, even through oil crashes and recessions. Think of this stock as a sturdy bridge. The market might get stormy, but a friend of mine, an entrepreneur, started investing in XOM during a market dip. Today, his dividends fund his annual family vacation. That's what happens when you invest in companies that pay you to wait. Our third stock is a financial fortress, JPMorgan Chase, ticker JPM, a bank that's been standing strong since the 1800s, now trading at its 52-week low with a dividend yield of about 2.3%. For parents, this is money to start a college fund for your kids, giving them a future without student loans. Young investors, this is your chance to own a piece of the financial system that powers the world, learning the market with a company that's too big to fail. Professionals and entrepreneurs, JPMorgan is your vaulter. Money is safe, and it pays you to keep it there. Now, let's move to our fourth stock at telecom titan Verizon, ticker VZ, with a jaw-dropping dividend yield of around 6%. That's $60 a year for every $1,000 you invest. In a world where everyone's glued to their phones, Verizon's network is the invisible thread connecting our digital lives. For parents, that dividend could cover your kids' sports fees or school supplies, taking one more worry off your plate. Young investors, this is your chance to own a company that's literally keeping the world connected. Building your portfolio with a high-yield stock, Professionals and entrepreneurs, imagine those dividends funding your next big idea or a well-deserved getaway. Think of Verizon as a river of cash flow, steady, constant, and always moving. Even if the stock price dips, those dividends keep flowing like clockwork. A viewer of mine, a freelance graphic designer, started with $500 today, her dividends pay for her Netflix and phone bill every month. That's the beauty of dividend stocks. They turn small steps into life-changing results. Finally, we have a dividend king, Johnson & Johnson, ticker J, a healthcare giant that's raised its dividend for over 60 years straight, even through wars, recessions, and pandemics. At its 52-week low, it's yielding about 3%, which means $30 a year for every $1,000 invested. For parents, this is peace of mind. Your investment is in a company that's recession-proof, helping you build a safety net for your family. Young investors, this is your chance to own a legacy stock that'll pay you for decades, teaching you the power of long-term investing. Professionals and entrepreneurs, this is your anchor stock that delivers consistent cash flow no matter what the market throws at you. Picture Johnson & Johnson as a mighty oak tree. Its roots are deep, its branches strong, and it keeps bearing fruit year after year. A single mom I know started with $500 in J&J a few years ago. Today, her dividends help cover her daughter's dance lessons, giving her one less thing to stress about. That's what dividend investing does. It turns dreams into reality, one payment at a time. Now, let's talk about why these stocks are such a big deal right now. When stocks hit their 52-week lows, it's not always because the company's in trouble. Sometimes, it's just market noise, fear, overreactions, or temporary headwinds. But for smart investors like you, it's an opportunity to buy quality at a discount. These 5 companies, Procter Gamble, ExxonMobil, JP, and Johnson & Johnson, are not fly-by-night startups. They're giants with decades of proven performance, paying dividends through good times and bad. For parents, these dividends can be the lifeline to get out of debt and start saving for your kids' future. For young investors, they're the foundation of a portfolio that could make you a millionaire by retirement. Professionals and entrepreneurs, these stocks let your money work as hard as you do, building passive income while you focus on your craft. But here's the thing, opportunities like this don't last forever. The market moves fast, and these 52-week lows could be gone tomorrow. Let me share a quick story to bring this home. A few years ago, I was where many of you are, now, overwhelmed, unsure, and feeling like financial freedom was for other people. I was a young entrepreneur, scraping by, with no clue how to make my money grow. Then I discovered dividend stocks. I started small, investing $100 in a company like Johnson & Johnson. That first dividend check was just $3, but it felt like a spark of hope. I reinvested every penny, added more when I could, and today, those dividends cover my rent. That's the power of starting where you are, with what you have. You don't need to be rich to start investing, you just need to start. As we wrap up, let's reflect on what this means for you. If you're a parent, imagine the relief of paying off that credit card, knowing you're building a legacy for your kids. If you're young, picture yourself in 20 years, with a portfolio that pays you thousands a year without lifting a finger. Professionals, Juno, if you're a professional or entrepreneur, think about the freedom of having passive income that lets you take risks and chase bigger dreams. Will Rogers once said, "The quickest way to double your money is to fold it in half and put it back in your pocket." But I say, the smartest way is to invest it in dividend stocks that pay you to wait. These 5 stocks, Procter Gamble, ExxonMobil, JPMorgan, and Johnson & Johnson, are your chance to start that journey today. So, what's your next step? Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Open a brokerage account. It's easier than you think, and many let you start with as little as $10. Pick one of these stocks, buy a single share if that's what you can afford, and start collecting those dividends. Every journey begins with a single step, and this is yours. I want you to feel the hope and possibility that I felt when I started. You're not just investing in stocks, you're investing in your future, your family, your dreams. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these stocks are you most excited about? Or what's one financial goal you're chasing this year? I read every comment, and I can't wait to hear your story. Let's build wealth together, one dividend at a time.